It's a new year and a new chance for you to make a fresh start with your compliance. We're going to be bringing you a daily tip, strategy, or idea that you can use to improve your program. Here's your host, Tom Bach, the Compliance Evangelist.
First, a message from the Compliance Podcast Network sponsor, Ethico.
In the intricate world of ethics and compliance, each second is precious, and slow case closures are more than just delays, they're missed opportunities. Enter Ethico. Our solution revolutionizes case management, cutting case closure times in half and turning every challenge into a chance for improvement. Imagine a workspace where efficiency and compliance coexist harmoniously. Don't just dream of faster resolutions, make it your reality. Visit ethico.com/CPN today to book a demo and dive into our exclusive white paper by Tom Fox, 2023, The Year in Compliance. Empower your team with the tools they deserve.
Day 20, the third-party risk management process. As every compliance practitioner knows, even in 2023, third parties still represent the highest risk under the FCPA. The 2023 ECCP devotes an entire prong to third-party risk management. This clearly specifies the DOJ expects an integrated approach that is operationalized throughout your company. This means you must have a process for the full life cycle of third-party risk management. The 5 steps in the life cycle of third-party risk management, which fulfill the DOJ requirements laid out in the 2020 FCPA Resource Guide 2nd edition in the Hallmarks of Effective Compliance program, include: number 1, business justification by a business sponsor. Number 2, questionnaire to third parties. Number 3, due diligence on third party and evaluation of said due diligence. Number 4, compliance terms and conditions, including payment terms. And number 5, management and oversight of third parties after contract signing. So I'm going to go through these in some detail. Number 1, business justification. This step breaks down into 2 parts: business sponsor and business justification. The purpose of the business justification is to document the satisfactoriness of the business case to retain the third party. The business justification should be included in the compliance review file assembled on every third party at the time of the initial certification and if there is a renewal. 2, questionnaire. The term questionnaire is mentioned several times in the original 2012 FCPA Resource Guide 1st edition. It is generally recognized as one of the tools that a company should complete in its investigation to better understand with whom it is doing business. This requirement is not only a key step, but a mandatory step for any third party that desires to do work with your company. Number 3, due diligence. Most compliance practitioners understand the need for a robust due diligence program to investigate third parties, but we've struggled with how to create an inventory to define the basis of risk of each foreign business partner and thereby perform the requisite due diligence. Getting your arms around due diligence can seem like a bewildering task. The purpose is to encourage businesses to put in place due diligence procedures that adequately inform the application of proportional measures designed to prevent persons associated with the company from engaging in bribery and corruption on their behalf. With this due diligence, you then perform a triage. Triage is how you determine where each third party falls in the ranking of priorities. Asha Palmer, SVP of Compliance Solutions at Skillsoft, has noted, appropriate due diligence may vary upon company size, action, and type of third party. These categories and several others may determine how you choose to design your triage process. Some of the common factors to determine how high risk a third party can be include type of third party, contract value, country, government interaction, and industry. After you've completed steps 1 through 3, you're ready to move on to step 4, the contract. According to the 2012 FCPA Resource Guide, additional considerations include payment terms and how those payment terms compare to typical terms in the industry and country, as well as the timing of the third party's introduction to the business. This means you need to understand what the rate of commission is and whether it is reasonable for the services delivered. If the rate is too high, it may be indicia of corruption, as high commission rates can create a pool of money to be used to pay bribes. If your company uses a distributor in its sales side, then it needs to review the discount rates given to your distributors. Number 5, managing the relationship after the contract is signed. While the work in steps 1 through 4 above are absolutely critical, if you do not manage the relationship, it can all go downhill very quickly and you might find yourself with a potential FCPA violation. There are several different ways you should manage your post-contract relationship. The 2023 ECCP is clearly focused on several key components that you need to evaluate, then reevaluate during the pendency of the relationship. Incentivizing through compensation issues, training and ongoing monitoring through oversight and auditing are all key tools the DOJ expects you to use going forward after the contract is signed. So, what are today's 3 key takeaways? Number 1, use the full 5-step process for third party management. Number 2, make sure you have business development involvement and sign in. And number 3, operationalize all steps going forward, including those with business unit reps. Hope you will join us tomorrow for day 21, where we take up managing your third parties. Compliance Podcast Network is sponsored this month by Ethico. Ethico is a leader for compliance champions like yourself with its ethics and compliance optimization system built to turn goals and guidelines into real ROI for your program. For more information and a special white paper, go to ethico.com/CPN. For listening to this episode of 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program. 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program is a part of the Compliance Podcast Network.